Hey guys, welcome back. Today we got a pretty interesting video of a little game arcade that really reminds me of something from back in the day. And this is called ProjeX, Projecting Game Arcade. So there appears to be like a small projector that projects an image on the wall and then you shoot it down with two blasters. This seems like a pretty fun thing. Let's get this thing unboxed and check it out. So before we open the box up, let's take a closer look at some of the features here. Glass moving targets projected on any light colored wall. So you can point this pretty much at a white or light colored surface and be able to play. So you don't need a TV or any kind of sensors. We got 3 different targets. Looks like a little duck, frisbee, and some alien chips. 5 built-in games and 3 skill levels. So what's included is the projector and the 2 blasters. And also you will need 3 AA batteries. So here we are in the back of the box. Simulated laser for accuracy, 6-shot capacity, digital sound effects, and LED scoring display. Second blaster for 2 players, and that is your projector there. So very cool. Let's get this thing opened up. All right, and this is what's in the box. So we got the projector and we got the 2 blasters, and we have a pretty nice instruction manual here. And also we get like this hard card that kind of, I guess, explains a little better about how to play and how everything works. For number 1, we need to put batteries in. Part 2, it's talking about the distances that you should be at. So around 5 feet from the wall and about 24 to 30 inches high. So here we have the 3 different slides. We got target, alien chip, and duck. And that is the difficulty level there, easy, medium, and hard. So the duck is the hardest. This is how you store the image slides. Part 5 here shows that you can adjust the focus by pressing the red button and then spinning the focals, the lens focals. And then on the bottom says if you're playing 1 player, use 1 blaster. And if you're doing 2 players, then you can plug in both of them. So for 1 player, you can only have 1 blaster plugged in. All right, very nice instructions, straightforward. Let's go ahead and get some batteries in here. So then we have the battery door underneath, and then we'll check out all the features and how they work. It definitely looks like a pretty fun and interesting device here. So you will need a little Phillips screwdriver, or even a flathead would work. So you're gonna need 3 AA batteries. Put the cover back on. And we're good to go. All right, so now that we got our batteries in and we got good distance from the wall, about 5 feet. So we have a blue button here that says level. And then we got power and game, red button. Here on each side, we have 2 slots where the image sliders go. So this is the alien, I think. And on this side, we have the duck. And then we have one inserted into the projector here. And so it only goes one way. If it doesn't fit, then flip it around and it'll go right in. So quite straightforward. And right here we have 2 plugs that the blasters will plug into. So let's go ahead and plug in the blue one on this side here. And we'll start with 1 and add another one later for 2 players. To power on the device, you just hold the red button and it comes on. Has quite a bit of lighting all around it. Looks very nice. And right now it's pointing up and it's projecting something on the wall. And I think this is the time we have to focus the image. So to focus it, you just spin this little ring around the lenses and it kind of focuses, and it gives you about a minute or so to do that, and then it kind of goes down and it's set to play. So we're just gonna wait and it's gonna drop down and it should be ready to go after that. And here it goes. So 91 actually means the game that you're playing. So there's 91 and then 92. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the 5 games that it has. And then if you click the blue button here, that is the level. So level 1, level 2, level 3, and then level 1. So and that's how you make it harder or easier, I guess. All right, guys, we got the lights turned off, and I got Marcus with me.
Hey.
So Marcus is going to help us out, and we're going to try to show you how this thing works. So when you first power it on, it basically looks up to calibrate the focus, which we talked about. So once it's done, it goes down. And then you see here it says 91, and that actually stands for G1, so game 1. So to change your game, you press the red button. All right, Marcus, how about you start with the first one and let's see how it is. So to start the game, you just grab the blaster and you load it. And then it lights up. And so now it'll start by making some beeps and then projecting on the wall. So right now he's playing game 1, and this is how many hits he has, which is 5. And you guys can see how this thing works. It just kind of randomly projects on the wall. And also the blaster has a little light that kind of helps you determine where you're shooting. So what's the difference between the levels? So what does that make it go faster?
Yeah.
Let's try level 3 with the same game. Go ahead. So same game, level 3, we'll see if there's any difference. It seems quicker, yeah? Okay, so he's only able to get 6 this time, and so that is harder.
Yep.
So yeah, quite simple to use actually. If you want to play one player, you have just one plugged in. If you want to play 2 players, what's going to happen is you're going to have the same target to shoot, but you're going to have a blue and a red. Even whoever gets more wins. But let's go ahead and play another one. So we'll just go with what? Let's try game 3. Alright, so let's see what this one is. So it's going to be different the way it projects. Okay, so as you guys saw that, it's moving around, it's actually turning. So it's a little bit harder. So let's try another game. Let's just try game number 5. It's kind of like Space Invaders, I guess. It just kind of travels down in levels. And it keeps going down. So the more you shoot it, the more back up it goes. This is kind of a fun one. Alright, so now we plugged in both blasters and we're going to try to play together. So let's go, Marcus. I'm going to try to play with one hand here. So I have a little red pointer here and he has a blue one. Okay, so here you can see that the red is 3 and the blue is 1. So now he's got 2, and that's how it keeps score. Alright, so the game is over and Marcus won by 1 point. I got 5 and he got 6.
Yay!
So we were just playing discs. So if you wanted to change your target, you would pull this out and then grab your other one. So this is the duck. So this should be the hard one and the other 2 store in their little slots there. So if you don't want to wait for the focusing, if it's already focused, let's say, you just load the blaster and it starts the game. So let's go ahead and go with the same one. And so now we're going to be blasting ducks. And it actually makes duck sounds, which is kind of cool. This is definitely a fun little activity for sure. And one of the coolest parts is that you don't have to have anything special. You don't even plug this thing into the wall or anywhere. You just have batteries and a wall and you can play this, which is pretty cool. So the concept is pretty much the same. You're just changing what you're blasting with these cartridges, and then you choose the game type and then the difficulty, and that's pretty much it. So it's quite simple. So yeah guys, this is the ProjeX projection blasting game, and it's actually really fun. And it definitely reminds me of the old days when Nintendo had the duck shooting. Alright guys, well hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit that like button. If you want to pick up the ProjeX for yourself, it's definitely a great gift or something to do with the family. I'll leave some links in the description, so check that out. And if you enjoy videos like this, we do a lot of interesting things on this channel, so if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button to see more. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.